Hey, more family. Wanted to get you a little update. We're having Ben work with Hank today. Ben's my brother. Hello, Ben.
Hello.
And his fiance Heather. We're working with all the dogs today and getting them out and working at the church parking lot. And we got a little audience. They're excited to see all the puppies do all the work. So so where we're working with him is just working on making sure that he can hold down stays with distractions, with other dogs around, make sure he can heel, make sure he's just good in everyday life. And even when kids come up and say hi, he understands when it's time to say hi and when it's time to work. Sometimes with a very social dog, as awesome as that is, sometimes they can forget that we're doing some heel work and they get to a point where they're like, oh, well, there's a person, I'm just gonna break this position and go say hi to somebody. And that can get a little dangerous if he's doing that across the street, or if you're on a hike with him, or just if a kid doesn't necessarily want to say hi to him. I mean, he's a big dog and he can be scary to some kids. So we want to make sure that he's really respectful with lots of situations of the rules. And this is good too, because Heather's working Rooster here, who's she's saying commands like heel and sit and down, and Hank has to listen to Ben, and that can get confusing sometimes with the dogs as they hear these words and they're like, oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. But yeah, really proud of him. He's doing awesome. We walked here from my house, which was I don't know, what do you think? How long do you think we walked? 15 minutes here, and got some fun kiddos hanging out with us, and just making sure these dogs can do the things we're really proud of. Hey guys, wanted to get you a video and talk about priming. So this is something that we'll go over in the go home, but I want to make sure that I film a little bit of each part of this. So Hank hasn't done a ton of work with Dana. Dana's our other trainer, one of our other mini trainers with Ty the dog guy. She was out this way, and so I was like, hey, come on over. And Hank goes home tomorrow. He needs a little bit of just proofing, making sure he can do this with somebody new. And so when Hank first met Dana, he was goofy and goldeny and very lovey, and oh my gosh, I just want to be silly. And sometimes he forgets that we have to do training as well. And so that's part of puppyhood, that's part of the breed, just getting silly. So what Dana's doing right now is priming him before we go for a walk. And so this is really good if you get him out first thing in the morning and he's really excited, and it's in the morning and this is going to be his first walk of the day. And so he is excited, he's pumped about life, he just wants to go. And so what Dana's doing is periodically working on his position with the heel by changing directions and asking for a sit, which is really hard for him because sometimes he wants to lay down or be right there with you. And so he can get very soft and kind of crumble into the floor. I just need to be right there with you. This is very hard for me. And so it's really good just to keep him working through this and having him understand it's okay, buddy, like we can still be buds, but you have to be obedient too. So yeah, so lots of proofing, lots of priming with him. She's messing with his collar here, making sure it's there we go. Good.
There we go.
Good.
That'll help.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Good job.
That's better.
Oh boy, just adjusting it a little bit.
Sit.
There we go. Good boy. Good.
Good job.
Yeah. Good job. Good. Anyway, we'll get him on a walk here in a minute. Hey guys, I wanted to get you a video of Hank transferring to off-leash stuff with somebody new. So much of training is relationship based, so doing all of these things with somebody new can often be really tough for them because they want to be a little bit silly. Just go, yeah, there you go, good. They want to be a little bit silly, they want to push boundaries on some things, they want to play instead of work. And so yeah, we want to find that happy balance with him where, yep, you can say hi to people, you can love people, but you still have to be in control. And so having somebody new, it's my sister-in-law Heather, having somebody new work with him really will help you guys in the long run. It's not that you have to do this with people outside your home or family, but having other people within, you know, like having your husband do this, having the kids do this, and you run the e-collar remote, and I can show you how to do that, really creates a good mindset. So we're having him drag a long line. There's a lot of distractions out. There's kids on motorized bikes and things, and so we want to make sure, as social as he is, he's not running up to people and greeting them, and so we can step on that leash if he decides to be super social. But he's being really good for Heather here. Lots of thinking on his part. He has to really think about this heel position, and so it makes him tired, which will help him calm down a lot at home. So having him really focus on the heel position outside of just walking on the sidewalk, and just working this in different directions and you know, different environments and things like that will really help him and overall stuff. So pat your leg just a little. There you go. Good. Oh, good. He came to the correct position. That's really good. Good. So we want him always on the left-hand side. We don't want him picking sides as he gets older. And if you guys want to run with him or something like that, having him pick a side can often get kind of crazy, and he can trip you. And also with a dog that gets spooked by stuff, I want to make sure that he understands that it's the left-hand position. If you get spooked by something on the left-hand side of you, I don't want you to go to the right-hand side because it's easier. I want you to focus on me. There we go. Good job, buddy. And work through the stress of whatever you get spooked by. So, good job, Hank. He's super cute.
Hey guys, wanted to show you one last quick video of Mr. Hank. We're gonna work through a doorbell scenario. So Sarah's gonna go out, ring the doorbell. Normal everyday life, your dogs aren't gonna be in a command really when someone rings the door. So he's just free. He just got back from a walk, so he's kind of tired. Got another dog here. So Sarah's gonna come up and ring the doorbell. And what Heather's gonna do here is, as soon as that doorbell rings, she's gonna call him to her, walk him over to the place bed, and then she's gonna reinforce that place as she goes and answers the door. So,
Hey, come. Hey, come.
good boy.
Come. Go to place. Hey, place. Place.
Good boy. There we go. So just get a little bit of motion. She's gonna come answer the door. Good job. Now Sarah's gonna pretend like she's a guest who loves the dogs and try to be a little bit of a distraction for him. Good job. And so she can come up and give affection. Another dog wants to come up and get affection too. Any distraction that happens. He's doing really good just holding that place. So that's what we want to make sure he does. And it's going to help him stay nice and calm and not get that typical dog reaction of, oh my gosh, I'm going to go crazy when the doorbell happens, because usually when dogs start barking, they get excited, and that gets reinforced because the person coming in gives them pets and affection, and it's just very exciting. So having structure and having a clear protocol of what to do when that doorbell rings and working him through it with practice and repetition is going to really help him be nice and calm and polite when people come over. So yeah, that was pretty easy for him. He's doing really good with it. Still a little tired after that walk, but he's doing really good. So good job, buddy.